Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Chats and Chops. My name is Victoria and I have my co-host here,
Tina!
Woo! And today we have a very special guest.
My name is Charles and I'm a business development as well as a client partner.
So tell us why Charles is here today.
Today, Charles is here because he wants to talk to us about a very, very important topic, which is investing. And he's like a sage and a guru. He actually taught me all I know about investing. So I thought it would be nice to bring him on the show and explain a lot of things to you guys. Also, what are we eating today, Tito?
Goat's meat, rice, and then our ever favorite Cutwater people.
They need to sponsor us. All these ones that are doing free adverts.
Wait, let me show them too.
Show them. It's really good. So we decided to drink it today. So stay tuned and we will be right back.
I should do that too.
Welcome back, everyone. So first things first, before we start, we're going to cheers. Yes. To good life.
Cheers.
To more money.
More money.
To investing and building.
To not relying on rich men. I'm not sure, but let's move on.
That's actually not a bad idea,
Okay, alright, let's go.
So I put up oh, you like it, right? It's really good. So I put up a question and answer thing on Instagram the other day. Actually, let me reverse. I put up a story talking about stocks and investing, and a lot of people showed so much interest, and then they were asking me so many questions. And I was like, you know what? Before me answer these questions, because I'm not that much of an expert, we're going to have our sage here to help out with Sensei. We're gonna have Animasaya.
You know your first guest.
We're gonna have
pressure.
I'm honored, dude.
Yeah, first guest, no pressure. Actually,
Okay.
no, Wale was our first guest.
No, that's true.
That's true.
Less pressure.
No. But they're both fine men. So
I know, right? They're both cute men.
Hi,
So,
Wale. Okay, let's move on.
So, we're gonna ask a lot of questions. First things first. What are the different ways that you would invest? Like, if I was to give you $1,000 today, how would you invest? Like, what would you do with it? Would you buy stocks? Would you buy, like, what would you do?
That's actually a good question. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that. The number one thing I will say is you just have to diversify.
Okay.
I mean, if you give me $1,000 and you're like, hey, Charles, invest this for me.
Okay.
And you have no destination of what you want to invest.
Yeah, you just have the money, right?
Just have the money.
Right.
I mean, I would just diversify, but first I want to make sure you're comfortable, in what I'm actually going to invest in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that, comes with a lot of questions, me probing you and asking you, okay, what are your interests? What are you looking for? What do you know? Or what field are you in?
Right. Right.
Like we were talking initially, you said you're in the tech field, right? And if you're trying to invest, if you offered me $1,000 and I'm going to invest for you, I'll ask you, okay, you follow the tech field, right? You're in the tech field. What do you know about tech? What companies are you following the most?
Right.
And I will try to gauge your passion on that industry.
Right.
Or that company.
That's smart.
So that way you follow it, because the last thing you want to do is invest in something you don't believe in.
Hold on, what if your passion is not making you money? No, it's a key statement. Like, what if you are? I guess, okay, so let me take a step back. Is there an industry that does not make money, or am I just being dumb? Or every industry makes money?
So the beauty about that is money is there to be made, whether the market is up or down. I mean, and that's actually comes up. I'm sure you were about to even.
That's another question we're going to ask more towards the end. Yeah,
and that actually pushes to what I actually trade in.
Okay.
I do equities, but more importantly, I do options trading, which you can obviously make money when the market goes up or goes down. So even if you don't believe in a company, hey, trust me, there's opportunity for you to make money.
So I guess now the next question, you said you do options trading, and a lot of people who ask me questions on Instagram are beginners.
Okay.
So one of the main questions was, what's the difference between stocks and options?
Good. Really, I mean, I would say the better term is, what's the difference between trading those stocks and buying buying
Trading
options?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because if you say what is the difference between stocks and options, I mean, it's still the same pattern on what you call equities, right? So buying stocks, obviously you're just buying, a share of the company, right? Or multiple shares of a company and hoping that the company actually grows. You get your investment in there. And you never make money when it crashes because your money is gone,
right?
Whether the company gets bankrupt. So, but with options, it gives you that opportunity to make money if, the company is also crashing. So there is a difference. There is a call and there is a put. A call is you being, bullish, meaning you're predicting that this company is actually going to keep on rising. And put is you on the bearish end, which also means you're predicting that the company is going to go down. So, and there are different factors to play with it. There is timing factor and how long you think it's going to happen, or how soon you think it's going to happen, And there's also a factor in which how many people are interested in that particular
company
or price range or whatnot. So there's several factors that actually plays when you're actually bullish as well as bearish. That is you being on the money making end of the stock, making money off your investment on the stock end as well you on the put side.
Another question that was very very prominent was how do you even start trading in the first place? And I know I was here like say November last year. I had no idea of where to start.
Was it November you started?
Yeah, November.
Oh yeah, I started after
last
him.
year?
Yeah.
That was your first time?
Yeah.
Almost, and she's this is my everybody. This is how the road goes like this. No, sorry.
Like this.
Class captain.
Child tells me, this is what I'm buying, this is what I'm buying. Then I tell people like, Tito, this is what we're doing today.
Exactly.
I knew nothing in November, so I understand when people are asking. Literally, like I have questions.
Was it Charles? It was always Charles.
It was always Charles from the beginning, because I reached out because I know I put it on Instagram, and then Femi was like, oh, it's part of one group and blah blah blah. And then I saw Charles on the group. I'm like, Charles, I don't know what I'm doing. I remember messaging you back and forth, like, and Charles sent like a whole bunch of resources and stuff. So, but the question is, where exactly do you even start? It was so confusing when I started, guys. Like, I think I probably put like so much money into the market at the time. I just bought shares. I just bought up at this one is good, okay, I'm buying. That one is good, okay, I'm buying. This one is good, okay, I'm buying. But that's not the way.
That's what normally happens.
That's what normally happens. I it's just like a kid in a candy store. But in my opinion, that's not the way
how you should do it.
So, how would you suggest that a beginner should actually start
trading? Somebody that knows
nothing. But you say this is a phone, trade. How will you suggest to them?
That's a tough question. But I'll put it this way. I will rather tell you how I started.
Okay.
Tell us how you started.
Yeah, because
when?
Yeah, and the way I started, no one actually introduced me to stocks, into trading. I was just ambitious. I just needed money, man. I just wanted to make money.
Somebody's MCM is just massive.
Are you man?
Somebody's MCM has common sense. Sorry, continue.
So, I mean, right after. So to put it this way, options trading. I've only been doing options trading, trading options for almost 6-7 years. But buying stocks, just trading stocks itself, almost a decade now.
Jesus, wait, hold on.
I was just started. 19.
Funke.
All those men that listen to buy clothes and shoes, they have thrown away. You people, please continue.
No, somebody's MCM, rightfully so. Continue. Continue.
Can you imagine how much your portfolio has grown?
Where's your crown? Funke, we should give him a crown, but let's be going. Let's go.
I know where's my crown. Let's put the crown on his head.
I'm going to put one there.
How old am I? The age difference between him. I just said it was last year.
No, we'll
continue. Let's go.
You see, and actually that will be another point I want to talk about. But to talk about myself on how I actually started. It was when I graduated. No, actually, yeah, it was when I graduated with my bachelor's, and I was trying to look for an internship. My internship then went, sideways, and I was pissed. I was like, okay, all right, there's got to be something. I don't have to make money because I'm seeing all these white kids, making money, and even the ones that actually did not graduate well from school. How are you doing it? So a few of them say, well, I'm actually investing. They don't tell me stocks. They don't tell me options. They don't tell me anything. They just say, well, I just got it, right? And expect this. A lot of them, their parents actually help them out as well.
Right.
Which is not bad, which is good.
Right.
Because they
he's saying what I always see on Instagram when they always say there's a difference. And again, I'm not dissing black parents, but there's a difference between white parents and black parents. Generational wealth.
I just watched a video.
Do you understand?
And they show them the way. We need to do that. Charles,
all right, continue. Show us the way.
Show us the way. Continue.
Okay, no, that's actually good because us as Nigerians or Africans overall, I mean, the only way we know, the only thing we think about is, my kid needs to, go to medical school.
Yes.
Or my kid needs to be an engineer.
Always.
My kid needs to be a lawyer. I think that's literally all about it. There's no such thing as my kid needs to be a banker or this.
Yeah.
But there's so much money, even in the educational sector, there's so much money to be made.
People just don't know.
Exactly. And you can go to school for 4 years and still don't know enough information in regards to investment.
Right.
Because school does not teach you.
It doesn't teach you.
So unless you're in a finance class or accounting class, maybe, I don't know.
They don't even teach
they
you.
Could probably, they don't?
I don't think so, because my ex was in finance school. Okay, well, not
No ex. Which ex?
Nothing?
Which ex?
Don't worry.
Sorry.
Okay, well, nothing. Nothing about investment. Nada.
I can't join Charles. Focus. Sorry, Charles.
Let's
This is my life. Anyways,
Sorry, Charles. Sorry. Let's go.
so yeah, I mean, even when I was actually talking with my mom few weeks ago about just investment or something, she knows about investment, right? But investment in terms of tangible assets, let's say petroleum or properties, real estate. That's what we know as Africans, right? But
we're sending money back to Nigeria to build property,
and
No,
I mean, that's
somebody's
not bad,
dream.
but
what
there's
do you
still
mean?
other ways,
Or continue, okay?
right? I mean, people drive cars, people drive Toyota. You can invest in Toyota if you want. It's always going to keep on growing. Maybe now with Tesla, that could change a whole bunch of things. That's a whole different. I mean, that could change a whole bunch of things. I mean, now they're bigger than Toyota. So, and they're still growing. So that's another thing.
Wow.
At the end of the day, Toyota might end up moving into the EV. But hey, that's a whole different.
That's a whole different conversation.
Wait, so hold on. So let's carry you back because I know we've been digressing a lot. All right, hold on.
So how I started.
So you started when you 10 years ago. You started with stocks.
Just buying stocks.
So did you just download an app? Like, if someone told you that this is the app to use, or
nobody told me anything. Nobody gave me any information.
Did you
whatsoever.
read? Okay, so
I just stayed at home. I was bored. I was playing FIFA. I was playing FIFA. I applied. Let me put it this way. So there are different things. You go up and down in life into the point that you kind of sit down like, wait,
what am I even doing?
What am I doing? So after graduating, I was looking for internship went sideways. I was playing FIFA, just kind of like my outlet, right? And I almost got scammed on Career Builder applying for a job.
Oh, those sales jobs are
it wasn't even sales jobs. I forgot. But one of my colleagues, Femi now. We were both in that. We almost got scammed, almost $3,000. I was like, I don't even have
money.
So we almost got scammed.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is very insightful.
After that period, I was like, you know what? Let me just, I don't know, something just got me. I just started reading. And I'm not known to be reading books or reading anything. And I hate news because all I see in news are bad stuff.
Bad news,
Unless you're trying to tell me that we're going to pay all our student loans for free, I watch. But other than that,
there's no point.
Don't call me. I don't want to be, depressed. But, but anyways, I started looking into the market because before I moved into the US, I was in a science field, but I had a certain knack for economics, right? But I just never followed it when I moved out here. So I was like, you know what? Let me just,
read up on it.
I don't have a connection on how I started doing it, but I just started doing it. I just started reading Wall Street Journal. Then I started seeing some, how these people actually post on Instagram. I have Lamborghini. If you want to know how I got this Lamborghini, this and that, DM me, all that kind of stuff.
And did you DM them?
No, I didn't DM them.
They always comment on my picture. They're all mad. I always insult them.
So one thing I do is, all my life I do research, and I still do research up to date. Especially I need it with my job. So once I see something like that, I mean, obviously I'll have the urge, like, okay, what if I actually...
So you're curious.
So I got curious. I was like, what if I actually signed up with this guy? Is it legit? Will he scam me? What's going to happen? So I went online, Google, to just start researching and figuring out how this person actually made money. I saw scam, alert, this and that. Then I saw something about stocks.
Oh wow! See a blessing.
So while doing that, I saw something about
stocks.
Praise the Lord. Sorry.
I think one of the comments there was like, "This guy is a scam, blah blah blah. Don't invest in him. You might rather just do stocks." Or something along that way.
Lines,
then from there, I started looking into stocks. I started reading about
Your
stocks.
family had prayed for you.
Prayed for you.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's amazing. And then so you from there, then I'm guessing you downloaded the app on your phone, how did you even make your first trade?
My first trade, it took me about 7 months to actually make my first trade. I didn't just jump straight into it.
Okay.
Don't forget I was broke.
Yeah, okay. That's opposite of me. That's actually opposite. I think for me, because
somebody's WCW that has Gush, Chanel.
For me, I think I was actually watching a YouTube video, and then somebody said something about, nobody trades stocks right now, everybody trades options. I'm like, what's option? So okay, let me start researching. My brother was trading options at the time. I asked him, he was giving me, I don't know why people are always holding information. I don't get it. That's actually one of my biggest pet peeves. So my brother was doing spiritual plus, okay, it's fine. And then, I started doing more research, and I just made my first trade. Just like that. I think I probably put like 20,000 in my. Don't do that, please, you people.
We put it for options
for my account, my Robinhood account.
To do options or to do trade to do stock.
And then I found out options.
On your first day.
My first day.
When I found out. Hear me? I say our money is different. Oh my God! Hold the camera down. Our money is different.
20,000.
No, because I just thought it's an investment. For me, it was an investment.
What were you investing in?
What did I invest in? That time I bought Alibaba, I bought Microsoft, I bought Disney.
And Alibaba has rose.
That time I bought it for 170. And I sold it. And I sold everything when I found out about options. And I put all the money in options. The market now crashed in March.
You should have just stayed.
I should have stayed, but I didn't stay. I sold everything. And that's another thing we're going to talk about today, actually. If the market is crashing, that doesn't mean you sell. Me, I sold. I was panicking. Say, yeah. Oh my money. I sold.
Wait, that's okay.
So
wait, hold on. Okay, so hold on.
Don't forget about dividends.
So actually, before we talk about dividends, do you think that there's a particular? Okay, you did allude that when people are buying stocks, it's always what their passion is. But there are people that always say, there's there's certain type of stock that you must buy. Mm-hmm. Do you believe in that? One of my very good friends has been in the stock market for over 10 years, made a lot of money, and for him, his idea philosophy is that there are certain stocks that you should always have.
Like dividend
like
stocks,
Apple.
Yeah.
No, Apple. I don't think Apple gives dividend, does it?
Small.
But like for him, Apple, Microsoft. Do you think that there are certain stocks you must own, or do you think that's a fairy tale?
Yeah.
50-50.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not your traditional kind of trader in a way, because mine is a bit risky. The way I trade is a bit risky, but it's less of a risk based on the amount of time I spend doing research on those stocks.
Okay.
And I play both ways. I play both the upside and I play the downside.
So you make money regardless?
I make the money regardless.
Okay.
So, but to answer that question, one thing I've read all through years of me trading is there are certain stocks you must have.
So
I think they're called growth stocks, right?
What are they?
They're
growth stocks. Like you said, Apple.
Apple, Microsoft,
Apple, Microsoft, you said.
Google,
Facebook,
maybe
pretty
you
much
have money.
Yeah.
So pretty Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google.
We don't have money for Amazon. Sorry, Bezos.
But Amazon makes sense, so.
Do you know how much?
Let me tell you this, and I'm sure you probably mentioned it. Well, no, you didn't mention it. You said it in your Instagram live. Mercado Libre, the Latin.
Oh, Melly. Melly is growing. I'm gonna buy more.
Can't afford Amazon.
You can afford Melly. Buy Melly. Melly is like Latin America's Amazon.
Watch this girl.
Melly,
Just buy them. Because worst case scenario, if anything is gonna happen, or maybe I don't think they're gonna crash, but because Latin Americans, even when we went to Colombia, a lot of people actually use that. So worst case scenario, who's gonna buy them?
Amazon.
Exactly. And what's going to happen if Amazon buys them? The stock is going to go up.
Skyrocket.
So you might as well just own Mercado. It's going to keep going up. E-commerce is always growing.
So I guess that also brings me to my next question. So first of all, actually, before I ask my next question, what apps would you recommend for a beginner for trading? I use Robinhood personally.
It's the ghetto. But we still love it.
We still love it because it's very easy to use.
But it's still the ghetto.
What app would you recommend? Because I know you don't use Robinhood. I know you use Robinhood for like your smaller
account,
two accounts.
Wait, so what do you use? Think and swim?
It's not Think or
I
Swim.
used Think
or
I always fell for it. I used Think and Swim.
Think or Swim. Get it right, sis. Don't be right.
I use Robinhood. I use Robinhood for myself. I use that for more or less like a challenge for myself. Like 1,000. I started investing 1,000. I aim for about 10 grand at the end of the month. Then after the end of the month, what are you getting? I'm challenging myself.
In the month, but don't worry, continue, sir.
Trust me.
You made that last month now.
Fucking
Oh my
what?
lord! Hey!
Continue talking, please. Excuse you. Sorry, continue talking.
Because trading, like you can make money from trading. That's the whole point of this video.
But
You
10
just
grand
have
is
to
not
know-
every month.
10 grand is not every month.
Let's be very clear.
You just
10
have to
grand
know
every
what you're
month.
doing, and that's why we have it here.
So the thing is, even though my goal is 10 grand, I have not always made that. 10 grand.
Yes, please tell everybody.
Just so you know.
Because
Yeah.
everybody
I
don't come
have
and think
not
that,
always made that
I'm going to
10 grand,
that
so-
stock market right now. Come and be making 10 grand.
I
It's
have
not always like
I have
that.
not always
Lose
made
all your
that.
money.
Yes.
I would say out of maybe, actually for this year I have actually made up to that this year. But last year I probably messed up a couple of times. I didn't make up to that 10 grand. I probably
A month? Or are you talking about in the whole time?
No, a month.
Jesus, times 12. Oh, God.
Yes, no. Okay.
I know, it's
I'm even using oil. But continue. Okay, let's be going.
So,
Alright.
I mean, wait, what was the question?
So like what apps would you use?
Oh
I
yeah,
know you have different
so
apps,
I use
yeah.
Robinhood for my small account.
Yeah, to grow to your 10 grand,
because
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just easy.
Yeah.
Robinhood is
Yeah.
easy to navigate.
Yeah.
And I also have Webull. I just took advantage
Oh,
of
I
that.
heard
I
that
have,
Webull.
I don't know how to explain. Do you know Webull?
I've heard
Okay,
of
don't
it.
worry. You go and
Webull
for
is
it.
good.
Yeah.
Webull,
So
in my
Robinhood,
opinion,
Webull.
Webull has kind of like a mixture of Thinkorswim with
Robinhood.
Robinhood, but they have people comment on each stocks and tells you different things. They have different analysis, technical analysis.
So it's almost like
MACD, all
stock
of that.
tweets mixed with Robinhood.
Yeah,
in a sense.
a little bit of
Stock tweets,
And
people
stock
use
but with
Twitter.
more
It's
technical
Twitter
analysis.
stuff.
Yeah, stock tweets
On-
is Twitter for stock. So
Yeah.
actually, he recommended stock tweets to me. So a lot of times, like when
It's the best place in
it
the
is
world.
good because there's people who actually give analysis on stocks on there,
Yeah.
but there's also people who say rubbish,
Yeah.
right? But I like stock tweets because if I'm not sure about the stock, I just go on there, put like Apple in, and see what people are saying
I
about
have a
it.
feel about-
I have a
exactly.
feel of what's going on. Who is buying, who is selling. What people
Yeah.
say a lot of.
I feel
rubbish.
bad. Charles has not eaten.
I know, but no, we're enjoying this.
relax.
Even me, I'm not even eating. Like we're enjoying this conversation because So yeah, so Robinhood, Webull, and I'm gonna link everything obviously from
Then,
beginning and stock to it.
Please hold on. Are they giving us sponsorship? All this one that listening.
My dear, we are sharing, we're dropping gems.
Well, if you sign up, you will get free stocks. It's
That's
that
true.
simple.
Wait, but that free stock is it really a good?
It's stupid.
is.
Is it
sometimes.
really?
I've on Facebook before.
It's sign up and go
no.
Facebook. Wow.
Since then, I was like, you know what? Let me start sharing to people.
Sharing the link. Wow.
But that didn't really.
Serious?
Yeah, I think I got Facebook at 130 something.
Now
Okay, so
Facebook's
everybody,
almost
you know what?
300.
If you're my friend, meet me. I'll share the link.
Yeah, share her referral link, please. Please.
She'll get a free stock, and you also get free
Ah,
Yeah,
come on, let's do this.
Wow.
Okay.
So then from there, I think we've answered the question of how do you know what to buy. So basically, you said to start from whatever it is that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't believe in like going in and just buy like I did when I started, just bought.
Yeah.
Pa.
I mean, you want to do your research. You want to know what you are exactly going into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't want to go in there blindly. What if you just went in there and the next day the market crashes?
The market crashes. So how do you do that research?
That's been since Monday to Tuesday.
No, since Thursday. Last week Thursday, market has been crashing.
The fucking
If
girl.
you
Sorry.
pay attention to that one, I think that was a sector rotation.
For the okay.
Yeah.
Please hold on. Explain to the viewers
Explain what that
sector
means.
rotation
Yeah, because which I said okay. No, I'm like wait.
It's a lie.
Let me try to understand what
Hold
this
on.
means.
Over Pamela.
So there are two things that I would say. Again, I might not be 100% right, but what I'm seeing is throughout this year, especially when the market ends up being bullish.
Bullish means it's going
when
up.
It's going up. I mean, the market is actually picking up. There have been a whole bunch of sector rotation from. That means the Federal Reserve Bank, they're moving
Money.
They're moving money from either airlines or retails
And put it in some other sectors.
into tech sector,
Yeah.
into oil or something. The reason why they're doing that is to make sure there's a balance, and so that everything is actually moving
What a
alongside together.
capitalist
So I think
So they do that
that
a
makes
lot.
sense because right now the market has been crashing since Thursday, but airlines are going up.
Airlines are going up, and airline has no reason to go up
To
right
go
now.
up because who is flying?
Airline has no reason for it to go up right
Your
now.
MCMs and
it
WCW
doesn't really
are
make
flying.
more sense. So there are two things, like I said, it could be the sector rotation or
Maybe people are selling too.
people are selling because tech kept on going on it. Just kept on.
Hold on. What about the theory that there's so many young people nowadays that are
Trading.
investing and they don't know what they are doing and they're making our stock market a ghetto?
They call it the Robinhood traders.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's why I said it's the ghetto. I even thought that was crazy.
They call them the Robinhood traders. So
The Robinhooders.
or
We need to
Robinhooders.
leave.
I didn't even hear that one said.
We need to leave.
So what they do is, I mean, I won't say what they do is the reason why they're called. There's a certain category. Now, when I say there are different factors when you're trading, now Robinhood traders is now a factor,
Right.
Because a lot of people go into downloading Robinhood and go into stocks. And then the more people buy into stocks, they don't know anything
And
about.
then the price
just
goes
keeps going up for
and
no
then when
reason.
it goes up, they now sell, then it crashes.
And they sell and it crashes. You know, so there's actually a thing going on right now about pump and dumps.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing a whole bunch of investigations, kind of like reduce
The
the amount of pump and dump that's actually going, because pump and dump is actually illegal. Meaning, if you are pumping a stock, I mean, one person alone cannot pump a stock, but if you're passing a whole bunch of information
to people,
false information, newsletters and everything, you're paying a whole lot of money for that to be distributed to people,
And
people
start
actually
buying.
listen to it and
Yeah.
buy it. That stock is going to go up, and guess who's going to benefit? The person who actually passed that
Oh yeah,
information.
yeah, because he's going to make sure that then we'll make
now
sure it's
sell
all there.
it,
You're not
yeah.
selling
Then he will
his
now
own.
sell his own.
Connie Daphne.
So
So do you think
sometimes,
that's what's happening in the market right now?
nah.
You don't think
One
so?
thing, the thing that's happening right now is a mixture of Robinhood traders, or just I don't want to use the whole term of Robinhood traders because
No,
it's a
they
whole
are.
bunch of
We're all together. Every you put money inside there, we're all together. Just say it.
as long as you're putting the money there, they're
Yeah.
making us money as well as they're making us money either
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's just literally it.
And
Okay,
then oh, go ahead, Tolani.
No, I was actually going to jump into options trading, but you can go on ahead.
So my other question from somebody on my Instagram is, when do you buy a stock? When do you sell a stock? And then when do you hold a stock?
Let's go with stock first before we go to option.
Option, yeah.
So stocks.
Yeah, when do you buy?
When do you
sell,
buy,
hold?
hold, and sell?
Every trader has
Their
to
own.
have their own philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have a rule that you follow, you're screwed. If you don't have a rule you're following, your money is gone. Just before you even lose the money in real life, the money is gone, because you need to have a rule you follow. If you know that the stock is actually has more about 20 or 30% upside, and you're down 5% or 20%,
Wait, but how do you know it has a 20% upside?
you must have done your research.
Ah,
that
you people read your book. Continue.
you must have done your research. You know, like let's say Apple, for instance, right? Apple still has upside. Apple is a stock that always keeps on going up, no
Same
matter
with
what.
Tesla.
Sorry.
Tesla too.
Stop
Yeah.
it. You people should stop it. Stop it.
Apple is a stock that will always keep going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that right now
It's
a lot of
down,
people is going
yeah.
down. Don't worry, if you're long,
If you're long term,
If you're
buying,
long-term
if you're buying
on Apple,
stock, or if
it's
you're buying
always gonna
option, long term. I have options for Apple to 2022.
nice.
So I'm just sleeping.
You
Those are what we call leaps.
Leaps,
Those are
yeah.
long
Yeah.
exponential. I forgot the PS.
A P.
Just
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
us
just go and
English
check.
grammar.
Dropping gems.
LEAPS.
Yeah.
Just
Grammar.
look at it.
Yes.
Those are long exponential whatever.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Those are really, really good. That's one of the things I did with SPCE.
Okay. Oh, space.
Space, Virgin
Virgin
Galactic.
Atlantic, yeah.
Because once they launch to space, the money too would launch to space. It's the same thing.
We move to the moon.
So that's that one. So yeah, stocks like Apple, you obviously want to have them because they'll always keep
Always
going
keep
up.
going up, yeah.
So if you're down 20% or something in Apple in a stock that you are long, as long as you're 100% long, if it's stocks and it's not options and you're 100% long, why sell?
Why sell? Yeah.
Just hold. Every
Yeah.
time it dips, just keep buying.
Yeah.
Because guess what you're doing? You're not only just putting your money there and for it to keep on going down, you're also averaging
down. Yeah.
So there are two ways of averaging down.
Okay.
You can average down by selling. You can also average down by buying back into it.
Which one is better? Or you think both of them are the same?
It depends on what you're
Okay.
looking. So if you're going long term,
Yeah.
let's say I'm talking about stocks here now. If you're going long term overall and the stocks keep going down, like now, Apple
Yeah.
went down today. I bought more. Apple went down.
Oh, it means I bought more.
Apple went down last week.
I bought more.
I bought more.
Yeah, same here. Same with Tesla.
Guess what? I kept losing money. But once it bounces, it's gonna bounce. Because
To the
guess
moon.
what? You're averaging down, meaning your average is actually
Going down.
down.
So what?
Yeah.
So let me give an example. Let's say when you bought Apple, I think right now Apple is trading at like what 114.
like 113.
113. So let's say when you bought Apple, you bought it at like 140, and then you bought plenty. So when it drops, as you keep buying more, your average of 140
Yeah.
keeps reducing. So before you know, that 140 average returned to like 128. So it means one stock actually costs you 128 versus 140 that you bought.
Versus 140 that
So
you
as it's
chose, but-
dropping, just keep buying more and more to keep reducing your average. So basically,
Only if you are long term.
only if you're long term.
Because
Don't
don't
go
just
and
go and buy it low there thinking, no.
Charles say you will not come and find him in his house. One day. When
Only if
you're
you're
not making
long
money.
term. Only if you're
Disclaimer.
long term. Only if
Yeah,
you're long term.
only if
yeah.
you're long term, you do that. So stocks like that, I mean, those are certain something that you want to actually implement.
So for options now, when do you buy, sell, and hold?
when do I sell? I'll start with that. I sell when I make money on it.
Even if it's $5.
If no, wait,
Okay.
let's take that one easy. Let's take down. So if it's $1,000 I invested in, so that's what I meant, that you need to have your own philosophy,
Right.
You need to have your own rule. So if it's $1,000 that you invested in, and you make 20%,
Okay.
that's what, $200, right?
Right.
I mean, $200 is still money, right? You might take that and walk away.
Right.
So now I'm talking about options. So if your expiration, so there's different things about options. So there are factors in terms of the dates, the time, the volatility, also the catalyst, the news that actually is associated with that stock.
Yeah, and sorry, I don't misquote you, but the main difference in stocks and options is that stocks, there's no time limit on it. You can own it for as long as you live. Options, they have time limit on it. That's
Right.
what he means by expiration.
Right.
Okay.
And each contract of an option is
Which is
equivalent
100
to
shares. You're holding 100 shares. Yeah.
You're pretty much holding 100 shares. And
Yeah.
100 shares of Apple will probably cost you about
11,000.
11,000 or so.
300.
Yeah.
But if
Did
you
my
buy,
math go correct? Okay, alright.
maybe.
Yeah,
I was about to say 1,200. So it's my life.
What are you drinking? Just sip water.
It's tequila.
Alright, just be drinking water.
But then if you buy an option,
So, but if you buy an
that
option, you're not paying that 11,000. 11,000 could buy you, again, depend, because each expiration, each prices. So there's strike price. I mean, that's all whole bunch of stuff in regards to educational section of that. But there are different strike prices. That ranges to the limit at which you think that stock is eventually going to be. Maybe
Right.
It's at 112 now. You're predicting Apple is going to be $200 by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Do
So
it
by
for your
December,
children.
amen. No, I hope it does.
Do it for your children.
So a typical example, Apple just released the announcement that we have been predicting since March or July
that they are 5G phones,
that
right?
they are 5G phone.
But maybe they say that it's the Antichrist.
Please, please don't bring
Wow.
that. Don't bring that to this video.
I beg, don't.
Please, Charles,
because
continue.
if you bring it up, people that say they'll go and sell.
It's true. I don't know selling.
Don't sell.
No.
I'll come to your
I'm being
house. Don't
shady. I'm being shady because that's the Antichrist conspiracy COVID theory.
Charles,
I'm
please,
just being shady.
ignore this girl.
That's me being
Please
shady.
continue.
Don't sell.
Being shady,
I beg,
don't sell, don't sell.
buy. If you buy,
Don't
you make
sell.
money. I mean,
I'm just being shady.
We all make
Everybody's okay. Continue what you're saying.
So, for instance, now with the whole Apple thing, I mean, a lot of people would have waited till this month just to figure out that Apple is gonna release their 5G iPhone this thing. But guess what? We did our research since last year.
Last year, yeah.
And we predicted it in March.
Yeah.
Was it March? No,
Yeah.
not March. Like April
January,
or June.
yeah. Oh, was it?
But towards their earnings reports. Remember, the whole time I have been bearish, so saying that Apple was going to crash before the earnings report. I'm not sure if you recall. So I have been bearish on Apple for this year because of the lack of production of their iPhone in China.
Because of COVID, like
Because of COVID. So-
their supply chain was all messed up. Yeah.
So you see how I'm having my own theory. I have the fact that Apple was going to actually crash.
Yeah.
So that was my own speculation. That was my own theory that it was going to crash because
Did it
of
crash?
that. It didn't.
It didn't.
But with additional research, I now said, okay, wait. They're also going to end up bringing up 5G. They're having some sort of partnership with 5G. So there are two things. Apple is a stock that always keeps on going up.
Yeah, forever.
Every September,
They
either the
release
first
new
week or
phones,
second
yeah.
week, they always make an announcement.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, is that what they did? That they sent me one email like that about September 15th.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Hey,
it.
we
That's it.
are ready.
Like we said, invest in stocks, invest in options, but don't go and throw your money like I already
And don't be
said.
greedy.
Don't be greedy. And I think I'm gonna also try to find some YouTube videos that will obviously explain more about options. So now we're just here to tell you what you can do, but instead of us to going into the detail, because this video will not finish because there's just so many facets to it. I'm gonna find some videos and I'll link them. So stock, option, I think you said bond, something about bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonds as well. I'm gonna link all these videos so you guys could see more, but that's how you can start to make money.
Please
from
don't
this
be
thing.
poor.
Don't be greedy though.
Yeah, but also don't be poor.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
Yeah. Don't lose all your money in the process of like trying to
Yeah.
invest because it happens. I've seen it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
people talk about bonds. Like
bonds,
what's
yeah.
this? Hold on. What? Because I'm not into bonds, but
But I think you said you were
actually, I am. I do have one. But what is a good bond? Or what constitutes a good bond?
That's a tough one.
Or what is a bond actually?
Still a tough one. One thing I will say is your brokerage, and what I mean by a brokerage, I'm not talking about Robinhood. No.
Right.
I'm not talking about
I'm trying to find the
Thinkorswim.
Instagram question. Sorry, I'm on my
that's
phone.
fine.
Yeah.
Because bonds ends up going up over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's something you certainly want to have. Like, you just want to have it there and
Yeah.
just forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just forget about it. It's not something you trade.
Yeah.
It's just something you kind of like just invest. Like you invest in real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, real estate at some point you end up selling,
Yeah.
but it's just something you want to make sure you have.
And just forget.
About
Okay.
it because the value increases over time.
Over time,
You
okay.
might not be the one to benefit from it, but your kids will be the one to benefit from it.
I don't know about
Okay.
that one, but continue.
Yeah. So there is also TLT. I'm not sure if you know the TLT Treasury bond. You know TLT?
I just bought one bond like that. I didn't know what it was. God, I don't lose money.
Yeah. So with TLT is one that you can actually trade.
I'm sorry, Charles. Please go ahead. Tell us about one point.
Oh boy! You just randomly just pick one bond and just bought.
Don't be like me. I did research. So I'll go to. Sorry, I'm splitting. I'll go to my phone. I'll show you. Continue the story. Sorry.
Please continue.
So,
Yeah. So with TLT bond, I mean TLT is something you can obviously invest in. It's on Robinhood's in stock index.
Oh,
and
it's on
everything. So
Robinhood.
TLT.
Okay.
I think there was a note I actually posted a while back and it has a history for the past decade or so. TLT always moves an average of 2%.
oh, that's way better than
That's even
your.
better than your bank.
the savings,
a
yeah, savings account.
Yeah, it moves an average of 2% after Labor Day.
Oh, so we missed it.
You missed it.
I mean, that's the track record. That doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean that
That's
will
what
still
it
go.
is, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
right now it hasn't really moved up to
TLT, I've
1%.
invested in TLT. I bought the option before. Me, I don't know what it was. Someone just called it a morning good that was. I said, okay, TLT, we
And
made
that was a while back, right?
Yeah, and it made
a
money.
lot of
Yeah,
people
now
were
my
making
groups.
money
Yeah,
while
yeah,
back. in
yeah,
that.
I made money.
Especially now with inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, your groups.
Now my
It's time.
groups.
So yeah, that's pretty much when it comes
Okay.
to bond. TLT is something.
TLT is a good one.
It's one I pretty much.
Okay,
just
yeah,
very
so
good
TLT
for.
is actually traded on Robinhood, like
It's
I said, so
traded
you
on
can
Robinhood as
go
well.
on there and purchase. So one question that came up was how does one make profits aside from selling your shares?
Was like up.
Dividends, I guess.
Yeah.
Dividends, okay. Can you explain what dividends are?
So it's pretty much the amount of money that, let's just put it like this in a lay term, the money you get from being loyal to the company,
Okay.
for you holding the shares for a very long
Long
period of
time, okay.
I think there was one story that scenario that you brought up saying I think she bought shares. Is it the Jumaya one?
Jumaya, yeah.
That she bought shares of Jumaya. Well, I don't know about Jumaya having dividends or
Dividends,
high
yeah,
dividends
yeah.
like that.
I know
So,
ExxonMobil has dividends, Disney,
Mostly petroleum companies, yeah.
BMY has a very good dividend.
yeah,
Berkshire Hathaway is a
BP,
big-
yeah, all those companies, they have
Berkshire
really good
Hathaway, that's rich people's.
rich people stock, but we move. Those ones have dividends, so that's a good.
So yeah,
yeah,
they do have good dividends.
yeah. I think I
real estate.
Oh yeah, well, you know, I was
stocks.
literally up at 4 a.m. today watching videos on YouTube, and I was actually compiling a list of stocks that have dividends, and real estate was one of them. Yeah,
People, your WCW, keep working.
AGNC is a real estate one. Disney, Johnson and Johnson,
Procter and
BP,
Gamble there too?
Procter and
Gamble.
Procter and Gamble
Yeah,
too.
so they
Those
pay
ones,
dividends. So if
high
you just buy the
dividends.
stocks, you don't have to sell it.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
pay you money for actually owning the stocks. Or if you want to buy
Annually.
options, if you
Annually.
have mind for risk, you want to buy options and then sell it.
And guess what? You can do options and also buy stocks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
what we do.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you exercise it?
No, so my the apple I bought for 2020, so I'm going to exercise it.
So let me be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I did not understand exercise.
So exercise. Charles, please explain what exercise
So
is.
because I thought, let me tell you what I told her. So when I done, I think I did it.
Let her explain what she
So
thought.
I
what
bought.
did you
So we bought.
So she bought
this
Zoom.
right? No, Apple. So I bought Apple before this place, right?
Yes.
And so I got, I think it was, what did I buy, 405?
Yeah.
Something like that. I got it 405. So when people was telling me about exercise option, I said, you know what? Exercise means that once I get to the 405, that profit that I made.
So she thinks that
I can buy 100 shares.
So she thinks that profit that she made and the money that she put inside, that's what she used to buy the shares.
100 shares.
I was like,
yes,
sis,
now
100 shares of Apple. So that 405, I think she bought it for like maybe $200. Let's say you want to buy 100 shares of Apple.
Be like $4,000
for $200.
I said, sis. But what can't I own $100?
Sis,
$200.
What kind of otaje is that?
So, well, I don't even know where that one comes from.
I didn't understand that English. So I didn't
exercise.
But do you know what the exercise?
Yeah, I know.
No, finally I understood.
So exercise is basically when the option price passes like your strike price, you can actually buy 100 shares, right?
Continue.
You can buy 100.
One critical part.
You can buy 100 shares, but you buy it for like the actual initial amount. You see what I'm saying?
Which initial amount?
The initial amount that you bought.
So let's say
exactly.
the initial amount that you bought the option. So let's say I bought a car.
So you're buying it cheaper.
You're buying it cheaper. So let's say I bought a car for Apple. Like I have a 2022 option for Apple for $160. So let's say by 2022 it passes 160. I'm going to buy for what Apple was trading at the time
so
I bought that option.
So you do $100 times
100.
times 100.
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah.
I still don't agree. Why can't I just buy it at that profit? Do you know the
I
work?
hate it.
Hold on, do you see the suffer? Hold on. You don't have. Stop the pitch. Hold on.
She wants to buy 100 shares of Apple for $200.
Like yo, I
No,
want
1,000 even by that point.
Because
look,
if she does it,
he's doing like this. Don't you get deserve that for my emotional trauma?
Are you a thief?
you should go and sue Apple.
Who wants Apple again? Jobs.
No, we don't know.
No,
we all own Apple because we all have shares in Apple.
Team